What's up, guys? This is a crypto market update. We're going to get right into it because the dollar's popping up today, but that was expected. We're in the final phase of the dollar pop up. As you can see with the void line colors, it's like the Bollinger Bands, but color coded. You can see we go from red to orange to yellow. Just like back here, we went from red to orange to yellow. And on the last spike here, the yellow is there, just like the yellow is here on the last spike. And we're on the last spike right now. We have the 33 to 36 day cycle for the dollar. When the dollar goes into a bullish market structure, when the pink crosses above the blue, we have this to when the blue crosses back above the pink. That was 37 days. And then we rolled over. And then over here, the pink to the blue, that was 32 days. And then right now, pink to potentially the blue coming up here, we're around like 36 days right now. So this should be the final pop up for the dollar, and we should roll over because we have a lot of things matching up like it did before. We have the void line colors matching up. We have the final pop up phase right here, which is equivalent to right here. And then we have the stock RSI coming down, and then it pops up just like back here, came down, pops up. It kind of gets a little bit above the 50 line at the same point that we had that final pop up. We had the TSI cross down and cross back up, just like it did right here, cross down, then cross back up. And then we had the pink kind of come back down to this red line, pop up, and then it will come back down. So that's what I'm expecting for the dollar. This should be the final pop-up phase. And we do have some bearish divergence right now. You see this high right there, and then the lower high. But then in the dollar, there was a high and then a higher high. We're doing the same thing right now. There's a high and a higher high. Right now we have a high and a lower high in the RSI. So a lot of things are matching up to be the same. I'm expecting that this would be the top for the dollar around this area that we're at. I don't expect this to go much higher here if we do. Then if we come down and we break this trend line like this, just a little pop back down below 104, to me, that would be the seal of the deal of that this trend line has been broken. This is like equivalent. We kind of popped back down below it, popped back up, but it was a fake breakdown to a fake breakup to then coming back down. So that's what I'm expecting for the dollar. Then if we go to the 3-day chart, you can see at the final pop-up phase here, there was a spike in the MACD green, just like there's a spike in the MACD green right now, and we're in that final pop-up phase. So now let's go to the bond yields right now. If we go to the 1-day chart, we found some support right on this structure right here where we kind of overshot, rejection here, overshot, got it back above, found support. So really I want to see us come back down and break below 4.07%. And then it's likely we come down to the 200 moving average here around 3.725%. The momentum is heading down at the moment on the 1-day. And if we look at the 3-day chart, we are starting to curl over. So it's just this kind of final phase of it trying to work itself out. But I do expect the bond yields and dollar to roll over. If we look at the stock market, US NAS 100 is at 15,530. We're pressing up to that 786 from this high down to this low. You can see the 786. And if we clear this fib overlap zone, this critical area, then we can come to 16,653 and then 18,101, which would be a new all-time high for the US NAS 100, which I believe would be a catalyst for cryptos as well too, to pop them out of this lull that they're in. If we look at the total crypto market cap and we're on the monthly chart at the moment, we're hanging up at that 786 right now. We have the VPVR, this zone that we're at, a lot of volume traded here. So it's a critical support zone. And then if we go to the 1-week chart, you can see how these candles are getting smaller, right? They're getting smaller. So it looks like there's going to be a pretty big move here pretty soon. And then if we look at this, we're right on that 50 moving average. The 50 moving average was coming down. We're in a bear market structure. It was curling. We hit support once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, the fifth time. So right now it does seem like we're trying to build this support at like around $1.02 trillion. Because as the candle gets smaller, we should expect like a nice little trampoline right off the year, and then to give the 200 moving average a retest around 1.10 trillion. And we have the TSI coming close across and down below that zero line, but as long as the green's above it, we're all good. So that's what I'm watching close. But seeing these candles get smaller here and seeing how many times we tested this 50 moving average, 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks, for 4 weeks now, and have maintained support on it, it could be the calm before the storm. And All we really need is this stock RSI on the weekly chart just to have a cross up back through that 20 line, and then we're out of the woods here. If we look at the 2-week chart, we are starting to cross down. If we look at the TSI, we are crossing down below the 0 line, but if anything, I'd want to see it be a shallow cross down to then a rip back up like that, and that'd be super bullish and would give us a lot of momentum for the total crypto market cap at large. We already had the long entry flashback here late last year, and we had the vertical blue buy now come in. So I believe we've already set our low. I don't think we're going to go lower than we've already have, and we have that PSAR coming up here acting as support as well too. So where we're at is a critical level. The $1 trillion mark is critical, and I don't think we're going to break it. That's my opinion, not financial advice, but it's looking pretty solid at the moment, especially looking at that 1-week chart with these, how many touches, like for a month now, holding that 50 moving average. And if we look to the past, when we're above that 50 moving average, we're in good shape. It's if we break below it, if we break below it like this, and we break this critical VR, and then we have these moving average curl back down, that's not good. And I don't expect that to happen. So that's what I'm seeing for the total crypto market cap. And then if we look at the altcoin market cap, the total 3, we have the long entry flash. We don't even have the vertical blue confirmation yet. So on the 3-week chart, we're still waiting for that 3-week buy now beam to come in. We have not got it yet, but we're seeing a squeeze coming in right now. We're seeing this come down like that. We have this coming like this. And really it's like these next, and in 5 days, this candle closes. So the month of September is when we decide where we're going to make our move from. And to me, looking at these indicators down here, we still are green in the MACD. All we need is just this little cross up, and then we're ready to go. It looks very similar to back here when we're in our bottoming out phase for the altcoins, and then all of a sudden we just rip up. And that's what it's going to be like. It's going to be all of a sudden. But right now we're squeezing. We're going to see a move in the month of September, a decisive move in the direction for the rest of the year. If we look at the others market cap, we go to the weekly chart. We're above the 0 line in the TSI. We're headed up here. That's all good. We got above the 50 moving average, and really we just need to clear above 130 billion to 140 billion, and then we're gonna head our way back up to around 250 billion, which is a massive move for the altcoins. If we look at the altcoin season pulse chart, we've now flipped this PSAR to having overhead resistance. We have the 2-week chart crossing down as we speak with the MACD, and then really just that TSI cross down will be the seal of the deal. And we're getting very close. This closes in 5 days. So I'm expecting this to break down. We have the momentum showing it's going to go down on the higher time frames, the 2-week chart, the 1-week chart, we're already flipped bearish. And then on the 3-day chart, we already have been flipped bearish since back here in July. And it's just a matter of us getting below the 0 line, which we're very close to doing, and then us just needing to break this trend line like this. And we're at it right now. It's just going to take a little tick down. If we get below 78%, it's game on. Then if we look at Bitcoin right now, we have a 12-hour prepare to buy soon signal. We go to the 1-day chart. We already got our long entry flash and the buy now come in. Now we're back down in the zone, and then we have the void line squeezing in. So we have our support here around 25,300, and then we have our overhead resistance around 26,250, and we're just kind of crabbing going sideways. But if we look at the momentum now, we can see that we've already crossed up in the TSI, and we're kind of going sideways at the moment. We have the stock RSI got above the 50 line, but it's starting to look like it's starting to cross down. And then the RSI is just kind of waddling up here. If we look at this trend line like that, we're right at this trend line right where we need to be. So in the next couple of days here, we're going to see that decision being made. And we have the blue over the pink. So right now we are in bearish market structure, as with the lower highs, lower lows. All we need is this pink to come up, cross through that 50 line, and the blue to come down, just like back here. When that happened, we popped up. So we're in this kind of indecision phase, and it's trying to figure out what it wants to do. But we have 2-day prepare to buy soons. We have 3-day prepare to buy soon for Bitcoin. These are massive signals, and we just have the long entry signal flash right back here as well. So we have a 1-day prepare to buy soon and buy now, 2-day prepare to buy soon, 3-day prepare to buy soon. We look at the 4-day chart, nothing there for prepare to buy soons, but we do have the void line, the lower band acting as support right here. So we're on top of critical market structure, and really we want to see us hold here. And if we don't, then we could come down to 24,371, 23,500, where these downwards extension levels show, because we had the low to the high here. We broke the 786. We came down to right to the 2618. We've been hung up right here. So if we do head lower, I'm expecting the 4236, 3618, which is like the bottom of the lower band here for the void lines. I'm really getting back above 27,600 to get back above this 50 moving average here. And if we go to the 1-day chart to get us back above, the 200 and the 50 moving average are now going to be coinciding up here. And we could be on the brink of a death cross. Death cross is when the 50 moving average crosses below the 200 moving average. But back here when we had the golden cross, when the 50 crossed above the 200, we topped and we came down. So that's like a lagging indicator. If we have a death cross, I'd expect for us to have a pop up. And we're getting close to it. It's going to happen by Friday. XRP right now has a 12-hour buy now signal. We have the PSAR acting as support right here. And that critical level for us to hold is 49 cents. If I throw on the Fib forecaster, if we break, 49 cents, you can see that's where the 786 is. If we break those levels, this is where we can go to 41 cents, 42 and a half, 44, 47. And then really we need to come up here and break above the 786, which is around 53 and a half cents. And then we can give a shot to get back above 60 cents, which will get us above the 200 moving average and the 50 moving average here on the 12-hour chart. And on the 1-day chart, it would get us bring us up here to the 1-day 50 moving average, which is coming down hot. But you can see that we're squeezing close, just like back here when the green was coming in, we're squeezing close. So like where these void lines are at, we have 54 cents, and then right here, 49 and a half cents. And really we're going to ping pong back and forth until we make a decision. But we have the middle line coming down like this. We have the 200 moving average like that. And then we have the void line squeezing in. So we're at a conjunction point. We're at a conjunction point, and if we can look at the momentum is, we're flashing a buy right here. We have the stock RSI. We need to see it cross up, and really, if we can just see this, it looks like we're at the final phase of looking back here, where we have our cross up, then cross back down, our cross up, cross back down. Then we come up here, we're looking like we want to cross. Then we come up here looking like we want to cross. We have one more pull down, and then we go, and we're in that one more pull down, and then it looks like, judging by the past, we would go. Then we have the MACD green. So to me, it does look like we have some hidden bullish momentum building. It's just a matter of us being able to hold this 49 cent level, 48 and a half cents at the very least. But the decision is going to be made this week. And so far, it's looking like we're trying to build this bullish momentum. And really, if we can have this blue come down, the pink cross up, that's going to be the telltale sign. That's all we're waiting on. And then if we look at XLM had a nice little pop up. We came up to the 786 though and got rejected. We're coming back down. If we look at the 1-day chart, we broke this trend line coming down like this. So we broke that trend line. We have the 1-day buy now flashing. I would expect for us to come down to like 12 cents, hold as support, and for us to continue upwards. But you can see how the pink is now getting ready to cross up above that blue. Just like when the blue crossed above that pink, that's when we flipped into bearish market structure. Now we're getting ready to flip into bullish market structure. And it seems like Stellar is outpacing the pack. And it seems like September is going to be the month for Stellar. So that's what I'm seeing here. But the momentum's all heading up. Stellar's looking very good. It's just a matter of us holding that critical support at 12 cents. And then us getting back above 13 and a half cents to then test 15 cents. But right now, there's solid developments out of Stellar. We had the 1-day buy now, and then we got rejected by the 786. So it's critical that we get back above that 13 cent level and hold as support, because then it will be confirmed that we're ready to rattle up here. Then if we look at H bar, it's at 0.0489. And really, we want to get back above 5 cents. That's where the 786 is. And then if we can reclaim 0.058, then we're back in a good kind of area of being above the 1 week 50 moving average here. We want to get back above that. That was our rejection. We got above for like 2 weeks, came back down. But notice when we broke it back here, and then got rejected. That's when the bear market came in. We gave a test up here, rejection. And we're just trying to flip from bearish market structure to bullish market structure, but you'll spend some time kind of working out in a zone like this. But to me, it looks like we're at the final phase, because look at back here, this kind of accumulation. It matches the same structure of like, so we press up, we could kind of scoop, come back down, but where it looks like we're supposed to keep going up, we actually inversed and went down like this, and then we just repeat it all over again. So then I'll grab this, and this is kind of where we're at. We're at this final phase of, you know, we pop up, we come back down, we pull back down, and then we should get ready to shoot up here. So if all the market drivers can align with us, the dollar can roll over, bond yields come down, stock market press up through this key level, total hold this level and get back above here. And then altcoin market breaks out higher. And then the altcoin season pulse chart breaks down lower. Bitcoin stays stable or starts to trend up. Then the altcoins have a good shot to having a nice move to the upside. And this could be the one that really just gets it out of the woods here. And then we can start the beginning of the bull run for the altcoins on a grand scale. So that's what I'm watching, guys. I'll be in the Discord. Link is in the bio. Come join it. I'll be doing a newsletter today. There's a lot of stuff going on. I think there's a Swift conference that is this week, and then Stellar has some stuff. So we'll be covering the news, getting on top of it. So I'll see you guys in the Discord and in the next video.